Okay, so it's approximately 2.5 hours later, and before I forget, I'd like to note that this entire time, 2 hours and 45 minutes, I've been outside with no oxygen, and it's probably around 80 degrees, and myself, along with Willie, have been working extremely hard and fast trying to find where our garden went to. And as you can see, all this area here was, in comparison, quite different. There were trees in here, things, some of them were like 7 feet tall. They were well several feet over my head, and I'm almost 5'7". So, there's quite a difference here. That wagon right there is probably about 5 foot long, about 3 foot wide. And that was filled twice, heaping, at least twice. And just with everything that we pulled and cut out of here. There's still a little more to do. This area here is filled with a lot of lilies and hostas, but there's a lot of other miscellaneous uninvited guests in here that we need to clear out. And so that'll be for another afternoon. Right now, my back's in severe pain. Willie's hurting quite a bit as well. And we got this trailer loaded up here also. That was mostly from a couple weeks ago. Storm came through and broke all kinds of large limbs out of these walnut trees here. And there's still several limbs up within the trees that are broken and hanging by the skin of their teeth. And they're pretty dangerous, so right now I can't be out here if it's too windy because they can just fall out and conk you on the head. But you can't really tell. But several of these branches, large branches, are actually broken and just hanging. So it can be pretty dangerous. Walnut trees, especially black walnuts, are notorious for, you blow on them and a branch breaks off. So, any event, this is the work that we got done today, and you can actually see my little frog collection and my stone collection. These were actually here the entire time, but you couldn't see them because it was overgrown about a foot in front of it, up to 7 feet high, and that's all cleared out now. So maybe in the next week or so I can actually get some flowers and put in some of these baskets and so forth. We used to have a lot of hanging baskets on shepherd's hooks and whatnot all throughout the garden, along with the bird feeders and whatnot. And it was just, and the fountain, when it's in disrepair right now, but when it was running, we've actually had several different fountains in here, but when they were running, just a beautiful place to come and sit on the benches here and meditate. And, when it was in its day, several people would comment, "Oh, this is your house? I thought this was a park here." And they really did believe it because it just does look so terribly beautiful when it's all, mowed and weeded and whatnot. And as you can see, this is coming into view now. That's actually my herb garden up there. That's about, I think, 30 feet or 35 foot long or so. I can't really remember how big that is. Willie built it for me quite a few years ago. And I've got plenty of video of it where it was just beautiful. My lavender and thyme and oregano, you name it, I had growing in here. And number one problem, I planted some echinacea. Don't ever plant echinacea where it can spread on its own. It has to be contained in some way at its root, because it spreads like wildfire and it will kill out anything in your garden. Anything in its path, it will choke out. As beautiful as it is, do not plant it where it can spread freely. And then there's, these trees that just pop up on their own, filled in there. And so, I've got to get in and finish cleaning that out before the echinacea came up this year. Earlier this spring, I cleared the right-hand side out one day and meant to come out and do the left-hand side, and I just never got to it. So that's why it looks a little bit lopsided right now, with the left-hand side really taking over. But yeah, that's where we have our American flag that we fly all the time. There is a light down there somewhere that's buried right now, but that's there to shine on the flag, as you're not supposed to fly the flag without it being lit at night. Fly it at night without it being lit. So we do have that light there, but honestly, I'm not even sure right now if it's working. It's been a long time since I've been out here at night. But anyway, so we got to get that cleaned up. And then I'll go ahead and take a shot over here. This is my arbor that Willie built me. And I used to have roses on either side that I planted to climb over the top of the arbor. But these darn lilies that I planted around these 1,000-pound each concrete flower pots, if you will. I planted these lilies, and they just also spread like wildfire and choked up my roses. So that didn't work. But over here where you see these stacks, that's actually a horseshoe pit, and it's built to regulation. And you can see it's the pit itself is full of grass and weed. It's all overgrown. There's the horseshoes, and Willie and I need to get in here. We just talked about it and said we'd like to get these cleaned out. And there's the other one, and get them cleaned out and get some horseshoes going around here this summer. There's some more of the log that needs to be cut. We're going to give that to some kids that live down the street, a young couple that use firewood exclusively to heat their homes. So they can really, use that. So anyways, that's what's going on here at the Garrett Stuyvesant Place, our habitat for wildlife. And I'll just show you real quick where we do have the certification posted here, and also up in the herb garden. It is a bird-friendly wildlife habitat. So in any event, that's it for now. Bye.